Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander viewers are advised that the following program contains images and voices of people who have died.
Hello, Yarrabah! Hey, are we excited?
Always look back, little child. Remember your past. Stories of these lands where mountains stand into the blue.
Yarrabah is 60 kilometres southeast of Cairns, and access it by road or by boat.
We've probably got one of the best locations in Australia, with the ocean in the front yard and the rainforest in the backyard.
Out here in Yarrabah,
It's the people that makes up Yarrabah. We live together in harmony. We've built the place to what it is today.
We've got a population of about 3,500 people. Yarrabah is a meeting place for a lot of people. As a community, we try our best to maintain our grassroots connection to culture and family orientation and all of that kind of stuff, but at the same time, still trying to move forward as a contemporary community.
5, 6, 7, 8. Now come up and dust yourself off, and we're going to go to the church bit now.
Okay, so we go from the top of the church.
At the moment, the big thing is the musical, and yeah, we were approached by Opera Australia and said they wanted to do a concert out here, similar to Brand New Day, but Yarrabah style.
Yep, standing by, thanks guys.
Well, it was amazing because Opera Australia got this intent of wanting to take music to regional Australia, and so having the opportunity to work with the Yarrabah community, particularly about the history of this community, and there's some extraordinary moments in history, and particularly Queensland history, that I think have gone quite unnoticed, and so being able to tell that story through a musical, I've actually told people that I think it's the North Queensland version of Brand New Day.
I got involved with Yarrabah the musical through Rhoda Roberts. She called me up, asked if I wanted to be a part of it, and of course I love getting out into community, and to have the opportunity to actually work firsthand with community and have children learning steps and learning how to act and having strong Indigenous role models around them, and to be within a community that we're telling their story, and to see them kind of go, oh okay, that they put 2 and 2 together. So when Rhoda called me up, I jumped at the opportunity, and it's been fantastic.
Music starts, and then we go, oh, that means the priest is coming. Oh, shh, priest is coming. Oh.
In pastures green, he leadeth me, through quiet water by. The Lord's my shepherd, I'll not want. He makes me down to lie in pastures green. He leadeth me, the quiet waters by.
I definitely couldn't imagine not being part of this, and I really didn't want our community members to miss out on this opportunity of being part of such a major production on this caliber, really, with Opera Australia.
It meant an enormous amount to Opera Australia to be able to tell an Indigenous story with an Indigenous community. We've never done anything like this before, and I've spoken a lot about the importance of playing to all Australians. And for us to be able to go, to be welcomed into an Indigenous community, and for that community to say, we want to do it with you, we want to do this piece, was fantastic. And for us, being there and working on a day-to-day basis, developing this piece, playing with the local kids and, you know, sometimes in a break in rehearsal, kicking a football around with them, it gives you a tremendous connection to that community, to those people, and then to their story. And so you become tremendously emotionally involved in what this piece is.
Auntie Marilyn is where you boys will be, all over the stage. Cyclones happened, you've all fallen down, you're like trees.
Regional communities and some remote communities tend to miss out on the practice of art or that one-on-one experience because it is difficult doing a gig in an area where you have to freight a lot of things in, you have to barge things in. There's that isolation thing. I guess there's some of the downfalls, but they're not really, because you actually look at what you've got to work with, and it's amazing how resilient and how adapting community are when you talk about it and what they'll bring. And so we're very aware that we're working with a whole community that aren't actors, dancers, choreographers, whatever, but they certainly have stories.
Out here in Yarrabah, it's our place in the sun. In the bygone days, they came here to stay with them old ones. I knew Rhoda's looking for a song, like an anthem thing at the end. And since she heard it, she was like, oh, no, that song will be deadly for another part of the show. And I was like, oh, well, sweet, you know, wherever you wanted to use it. And it's about the community of Yarrabah, you know, the environment that these beautiful people live in. It complements, you know, the people, the beautiful mountains, the fresh water goes straight into the ocean, you know. I'll be coming home, back to the mud, back to you, Yarrabah Blue. That community mindset, I mean, I was one of them community members. It might have been within an urban environment in a Nala, but that shame factor, you know, trying to get people to overcome that. And, you know, I remember in my first gig, I couldn't even sing. I was that nervous, you know. So it's just getting the mob over that little hurdle. And once they see everything starting to, all the pieces of the puzzle start falling into place, and they get an idea about the end outcome, then it all makes sense, you know.
Hammer. Hammer. Hammer.
You know when you're working in a sawmill and it's like...
Yeah. And then I've got handkerchief
scarves
yes.
out, rolling them, the big handshake.
Yep. Ah, okay.
And back into it we go.
Oh,
yeah.
right, okay.
It's been quite an incredible process working on this project. Over a year ago, I started writing the piece and doing an awful lot of research. I had no idea what some of the men and women did in this particular community living under the Queensland Act. The history of this community going on strike in 1957, I was like, wow, how come this isn't taught? This is extraordinary. This changed the face of Yarrabah. This showed people they had rights. It was social justice before that word was even bandied about. They were defying the Protection Act. They could very well have lost their children. There were great deals of ramifications and punishments, to the point that those people were actually taken to Palm Island.
In 1957, the year we put our foot down. Men and women, bring your kids, let's tell the nation. Agitators, they call us just because our skin is brown. We are not political, we know our stations. We speak out in fear of our family, hiding shame, 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 don't betray. You may send the police and missionaries, but I'm a man, I will stand tall, walking through my land, for my spirit won't be broken. These words must be spoken. This injustice won't go on anymore when we stand tall. When we stand
tall. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3. And what are we doing first?
Jack.
Who was Jack? You calling me Jack? What?
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to make it fun. And man, if anybody who works with kids know what I'm talking about. You do it for the love of it. So the friendships I made with them, they want to leave me alone. Like they're stalking me on Facebook now. Like you know. So yeah, they sussing my pictures out and stuff and requesting friendships and stuff. But it's all good. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We need to be more involved with our people out here, more community engagement, because you're not just engaging with the kids, engaging with the community, with our people, you know. So you're dealing with the aunties, uncles, you know, everybody here. So it's really, really good, really insightful too, really healthy for yourself as well. You in the middle, stand up, because you was like the Mr. Man, resurrect everybody, get up.
We had the young boys come in and show us their dance moves, looking very, very deadly. I must say they've done an amazing job in such a short time. And, you know, compared to a couple of weeks ago when we started, it's just all coming together and it's looking fantastic.
Often our youth are labelled, they get boxed, they're pretty invisible in our national arena, yet they're so smart. But they've never been allowed, or often they don't know that they can do this. When those young people view people like Troy and Casey, they're getting to meet their heroes. And I think we underestimate how important that is, because often their heroes are footballers, but the artist is playing a vital role in continuing our culture.
Casey Donovan, she plays the role of Heidt. Now there's a younger Heidt. I think that'll be sort of around the 1920s. And then there's an older Heidt around that referendum time.
She's an amazing woman. She stands for, I guess, for back in the day when people didn't really have much and they had things, you know, you had to write letters to get an exemption certificate to, you know, leave and go and see your children. So Heidt kind of has that, I guess, that very strong, wise woman role in it, and I love the character. She's absolutely amazing.
To the protector of Aborigines, we ask your help, as the rations we have are often only tea and damper. And with this we try and wean the little ones, but they have such sickness. We ask your help to provide an exemption certificate under the Protection Act so my husband Herbert may get other work. We know this might mean we are cut off, but our family come from afar and we will work and manage our own affairs. Your servant, Hetty Anderson. Freedom from the government tag. I want freedom. Oh, from salvation, salvation, the rest of my passion. Freedom. Oh, give me freedom from the mission. No, I don't need your protection. Freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, I want.
The preparation has been very different coming into the community. It's been a bit free and a bit, everyone doing different little jobs, which I actually enjoy because I get to learn more things within the acting world.
What you've got to do is try and get, so 1, 2...
We only had like 3 or 4 weeks to rehearse, in reality. So it's amazing we've got up to this point in such a short time. So it was good to be able to work with people that are, hey, I make those mistakes too, don't worry, that kind of stuff.
You got the community cast going, what scene are we in? Where are we? And I was like, oh babe, I don't even know. No, it's definitely quite different, but it's, for me, I look at it, it's a learning curve, and it's something to, make me a stronger person within the acting community.
I couldn't imagine not being part of this story because it is close to my heart, and just working with the local people as well. Most of us are on here. This is a major debut for us.
We'll just keep going so we can get to Nick's cue, right? Yeah?
No matter how minimal a person's role is within theatre or with anything else, you have to work within a team, and those, even the little things that them little fellas are doing is just to see that jigsaw puzzle piece together like that will make it work.
Did you really want 20 shots? Yeah, why not?
Yarrabah! We've got a piece with the aunties here, and that is just as essential as having youth involved in the project, because those old ladies never ever got the chance to tell their story back in the day. For them to be up on stage performing, it's going to be an incredible emotional journey, but also it shows younger people in the community what they are as peers and just how proud they should be of those old people.
We just did the old girls food and gathering dance. It's a connection to our country.
Absolutely beautiful, and just seeing that at rehearsals when we were rehearsing, 2 weeks ago, it just brought me to tears, because they lived this story.
See those aunties up on stage, that the whole community sees them in another light, is so important to honour and acknowledge what they're doing, but also that they're just incredible people.
I'm just really proud of the involvement of our women elders here, because they're not only part of the cast and crew here, but they've also had to they've made their own costumes and stuff with the help of Opera Australia. They've drawn on their talents and skills from the dormitory days because they were old dressmakers as well.
When I read about how men and women were brought down into the dormitory system here, some of the stories will break your heart.
My mum was in the dormitory and she was taken away from her parents. I suppose to get them away from the culture, because it was deemed not a good thing. But they didn't look at the good side of the culture, they just looked and said, oh, that's no good for you, They married the girls off in the dormitory. They were forced marriages, and they'd get 2 or 3 of them, together and have a triple wedding, and that was it.
Let's marry them off. We will have triple weddings. To marry under the act, I need to make a pact, make a deal with Jesus, the Lord above, to walk her down the aisle. I have to reconcile, make a deal with Jesus, the Lord above, even if I don't believe it, but I will only die for love. We plan for 1 coconut, we plan for a banana, we plan for mangoes make green. Now all we need is a pawpaw tree. We plan for 1 coconut, we plan for a banana, we plan for mangoes make green. Now all we need is a pawpaw tree.
Yarrabah Opera is gonna start tonight, and we have to dress up and do the real one for all the people and all the audience.
90% of the community are going to be here tonight, and people from over the range, well, I don't know if they're going to get bumps on grass.
It's going to be a great night tonight, and we've been practicing nearly every day for this thing, and it's a big thing to us because my grandmother used to be in the dormitory, and when we went and tell our parents, they was very proud of us to be in that, joining into the crew with Yifla, and yeah.
I certainly hope that more opportunities will come out of this. There's a whole new world out there. If they love to sing, dance, that can take them a long way.
I hope you have a great night. It's your piece, it's your story, so enjoy it. Thank you.
Always a bad time as we remember the past, and tomorrow's mistakes are never made. We belong to the land. We are Yarrabah. And I can my children and you find a travel life on your very soul. Love the song to bring you home. It's our place in our heart, our place for our kids. We stand tall, we stand real tall. We are Yarry and always we are Yarrabah.
That was just an amazing way to go off, making you feel even more proud to be in a show about Yarrabah, on Yarrabah soil, with the Yarrabah audience.
We are Yarrabah.
exciting. I'm proud of the kids. I think they're all proud of themselves. Now I think they realise that what it's all about, you know, yeah.
It was electric. So it was a good first time experience all around. I didn't forget my words, which was a godsend.
Everybody smile at the lovely Perrier.
Thank you very much for all y'all.
Oh, thank you, Annie Lucy.
Catherine. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And Miss Rhoda.
Wonderful time. Thank you for cooking for me on the beach and making me feel so welcome. I'm just never going to get over it.
Thank you from all of us.
Always look back, little child. Remember your past. Stories of these lands where mountains stand into the blue, while horses to ride in the airy sun as the kids go play. Moonlit skies by a fire. Oh, I love this place. Just like an eagle flies over the blue, I'll be coming home, back to the mud, back to you. Yarrabah blue. Oh, Yarrabah blue. Yarrabah blue.